All right, let's try to get a 10-minute game. I'm feeling in the mood for some rapid, or I guess some people call this blitz. All right, oops. Let's go over here. Quick pairing and 10 minutes rapid, I guess, according to Lee Chess. All right, so we have a 2308 Rebo RA. Let's go for the Caro-Kann. We have a 2298 rapid rating, so let's try to break 2300 today. All right, 92. I'll just go G6. This is what I normally try to do. And go against these King's Indian setups. So my idea is E5, just establish a strong center. White will probably go G3 here, and then I'll probably go E5. Yep, let's put our pawn on E5. Can always go 97, castle. And now this position's pretty interesting. Maybe B3, maybe rook to E1. But my basic plan here is to sort of expand on the queen side, so that's what I'll try to do. H3, I'll return the favor. I'll go H6. Now I'm stopping any knight to G5, so I could try to put my bishop on E6 if white allows me to. Now if bishop E6, I'm running into E takes D5, so maybe I'll put my queen on C7 first. Just guarding this pawn with some extra defense. Now I can go bishop E6, knight to D7. Okay, C3, the idea, I guess, is to ultimately play this D4 move. But for now, I'm not afraid of this. I'll go bishop to E6, try to put my knight on this D7 square, which is what I'll do now. And just ask white what his plan is. I'm not sure if I have such a concrete plan in this position. Maybe I'll sort of wait for white to show his cards, tell me what he wants to do, and then I'll come up with something myself. But right now I'm thinking A5, A4, A3 looks like a possible strategy. Maybe going for F5 somehow with King H7. Both of those look like possibilities, F5 being the much more dynamic one. But can I get away with this, really? So F5, if he takes, I'll probably take back with the bishop. Just because that's the more dynamic way. Or maybe I'll take back with the knight. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm not unhappy with that position. So, okay, maybe King H7 first. But F5 seems like it's in the spirit of the position. So I'll go for this F5. I've been preparing something like this after all with all this Queen C7, Knight D7, Knight E7 stuff. So might as well just play the move that I've been intending. Maybe Knight to E3 can be played. I know that's a common King's Indian attack idea, this Knight E3, but maybe then I can try for F4. I'm really not sure if I'm running into problems with this bishop in the long run with this pin. A4, I think I can just go A5, unless I'm just really not afraid of what's happening over there, but A5 seems solid enough. It also gives a nice C5 square for my knight without having to worry about being kicked away by some B4 move. Of course, white can still play B4, but it does weaken him a bit. I can take, maybe go knight to A6 and start putting pressure on these two weak pawns. So white decides to go for knight to H4. This is a good move. Maybe I'll play King H7 now, just with the idea of defending the G6 pawn, so I can take back on F5 with the knight. That looks pretty good. I'll go for it. Now if he takes, I'll take back with my knight. And I'm possibly even planning to take this one. Ooh, F4. That is a dynamic way to handle this position. So if I take on F4, he takes with the bishop, I go bishop E5. Takes, I guess. Do I run into any problems there? Possibly. What's the alternative? Just rook to E8 and wait? I don't hate that. Rook e8 doesn't seem like such a horrible move, just because we're sort of defending our bishop on e6. So if he takes, I'll take back with my knight, and now my bishop is defended. So I'll do it this way. If he takes back, now maybe, okay, he does take. Now, I think I'm taking with the bishop here. That seems like the most reasonable way to play this. Yeah, let's take back with the bishop. If g4, I'll just come back to e6. Okay, knight e3 is played. Now, can I take this, though? Because if he takes my bishop, I come down and get his rook. So let's try it. Let's go e takes f4. And I have this tactic. Has he calculated this? Does this work out for him? I think I can take his rook. So I'll take the rook. What does he do? Is he going to go? Oh, and he resigns. So we get a nice quick win. Yeah, so I guess that f5 idea really worked out. Let's just go back and see that real quick. So yeah, I wasn't sure what to do here. I was thinking maybe this queenside expansion with a5, a4, but actually this f5 move is like I said, in the spirit of the position. So after just a couple moves, king h7, white tries to play this f4 move, but it does weaken some of his squares. It's sort of in desperation that white's trying to get something going here, because usually in the King's Indian attack, the king side is the side of focus. But I guess it just doesn't work out for him here. And even this position, if white doesn't blunder this knight e3, black is very comfortable. If g4, we just come back to e6. So we're doing just fine here. We're getting ready to play knight c5 ourselves, putting pressure on this weak d3 pawn. So overall, really good game from the black side. I'm very happy with that.